Why don't you do the intro this time, since you made this art, egg art over here?
Longtime viewers of the channel know that I haven't done a single intro. So,
But you,
do you have your cup in front of you, dear viewer? Today is another day of enjoying the One Meal channel, and if you enjoy watching this video as much as Nathan enjoys making it, then grab yourself a cup of your favorite beverage or liquid and put it in your mouth. 3, 2, 1, go.
this is way too hot. It burned my mouth. It has oil in it. Also, everyone, I made direct eye contact with him the entire time that he said that. I gotta commend him. I gotta commend him. You know, I can't really call myself a salesperson today anymore, but I can tell you that doing a role-playing session in sales with direct eye contact with the person filming.
Now tell them your social security number and address.
1, 2. I gotta just tell them. Yeah. You know what? Tell them what size shoe you wear, huh? Tell them what size shoe you wear.
Slippers.
This is the best intro we have had so far.
Intro with my roommate, and then he goes in his room for 2 hours.
It's too bad that I just do number conventions for my videos now. I don't do like the long form explanations. People really just don't know what they're getting anymore. Well, with that out of the way, he was indeed correct. That is, I give him a good solid B+ on the intro.
That was pretty good.
I was going to give you a pretty solid B+ on the intro. We're going to move forward in making a massive meal that's large enough to feed a family of 3 and then consume it all on our own in a single serving, because that's what we do on the One Meal channel.
Surely you don't do that every day.
No, I literally do that every single day. I don't know any other way of putting this to you.
Long-time viewers of the channel know that I'm actually the one who told you to record these.
Yeah, that's true. The roommate is regretting. No, how much do you regret? Like,
it's just when I'm focused in the middle of the day and I can hear, "Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the One Meal channel."
Well, you know,
I'm like, damn, I want to call, but I want to go out there so bad.
I think the only thing you love more about it. Yeah, let's take a look at your egg art. That was really cool. Hey, dude, that's so close to something that it's not supposed to be. That's really close.
Sorry, I do not drive a Tesla.
No, that's cool. That's nice. You're basically just like you know those like clocks that change, that like change what
all the numbers.
Yeah, you're kind of like just a human version of that. So I'm not a Tesla. Yeah, dude, remember what country you're in. We have people from Canada watching. Don't do that.
My bad.
Don't do that.
My bad.
The only thing worse than like hearing my intro in the middle of the day is probably the fact that I never speak like this at any other point throughout the day.
You're getting better.
I am not. Let's be honest.
If we go back to the beginning, the presentation is extravagant.
That's fair. That's fair. Long-time viewers of the channel know.
Long-time Canadian viewers of the channel.
And we have people from Greece now that watch.
That's wild.
Yeah, and we have people that aren't from those countries that watch.
Are the people from Greece watching on purpose, or is it like part of their...
I don't know.
Does their prison system require them to watch
I've been
cooking channels?
They only left one comment, so I don't know. Maybe it's like a Grecian psyop.
Was it favorable?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was good. No, the people that leave unfavorable comments don't tell me what country they live in.
It's just all Scandinavian countries.
It's just, I don't. Yeah, kind of strange. What are you doing over there?
Hanging out.
Yeah. What do you got there?
Toy.
Is that what that is?
A toy.
Looks like a tool. Looks like a multi-tool.
Don't come over
I'm
here.
grabbing the lid.
Get away from me.
Gladly. Just, I'll never.
What'd you do to that yolk? Huh?
It was an accident. Okay, I cracked the egg too aggressively, and the yolk.
Well, long-time viewers of the channel know that the egg does not always make it into the pan.
Yeah, the one short that I have on the entire channel is just of me being extremely tired and cracking an egg directly into the trash can and then having a breakdown. The top comment on that video just says stoned, which I wasn't, but that is probably the best comment. You've never had any of the chicken broth that I've made ever. This is like 4 months. I forgot I'm not cooking with bacon grease anymore. I got to turn that smoke point on that oil it's a little bit different. Coconut oil is not forgiving.
It smells very sweet.
It does. It smells sweet, but you don't taste it when you eat your food. It's a little off-putting to be like, wow, the smell of eggs and sugar. Like, great, this is gonna taste amazing. And then you eat it, you're like, this just tastes like eggs.
I have been told by, that I should switch to avocado oil.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
It's so expensive.
It's super expensive. It's like the most expensive oil that you can get at a standard store.
I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that.
I do agree that avocado oil is probably awesome for you. But I'm not doing that.
I'm just not doing that.
Did you ask about the coconut oil? As like an alternative to avocado oil?
No, he previously told me if I'm going to switch from butter, I should switch to avocado. I said, if anything else works fine, and he goes, well, if you know that the oil that you're getting, like if you know that the olive oil that you're getting is real olive oil, then olive oil, but it's mostly like canola oil. And I was like,
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I had not considered coconut oil at all until a commenter said something about a week ago. So just circumstantially, it made a lot of sense. Have you ever had food with avocado oil in it? I've actually heard a lot about it, but I don't think I've ever had food with avocado oil. I think I've had it on like toast once.
I think the only time I've ever had anything that was cooked in avocado oil was carne asada. After it was taken off the grill just to be reheated. I think that's the only thing.
Did it affect the flavor at all?
Not really. Not really, but that's the one flavor.
That's true. That is true. I still can't get over how good your intro was. That was good, thank you. I'm going to give you a solid pat on the back when this video is over. And that's it.
All I need. Yeah, I can't really get over how sweet that smells. I was listening to your last video and you're like, it's kind of off-putting to know that you're about to eat like a starchy potato and all you smell is like sugar. That's kind of weird.
It is. It's extremely weird. Every time, I just went over there basically for the first time since everything was pretty well cooked up. And it smells...
like that's a weird smell because I smell egg and like super sweet coconut.
My body tells me that this is not a good thing for me to eat. Yeah, like seriously, I come over here and it's like, hey, I'm frying 4 eggs in like a Hawaiian coconut. I'm having breakfast, which is eggs, with like whatever a Hawaiian pineapple little drink is with,
Oh, a pina colada.
Yeah, like a pina colada and eggs. Isn't this going to be great? And then I bring it over here and eat it. I've had it without seasoning and I've had it with seasoning. It's like I'm just eating eggs. I'm gonna add the seasoning because eating just plain old eggs is kind of sucks. So yeah, I gotta say this is actually quite nice.
It is a very strange smell combination.
I have noticed though, this oil reacts like every other oil, where if water gets added to it, it just freaks out. It just absolutely freaks out. The first time that I used this oil, I don't know if you watched this video, I didn't even get through my intro. I went, oh yeah, hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I went to lift the lid and I was wearing a short sleeve shirt, which I never do. And it just eviscerated my forearms.
Sweet.
Absolutely just eviscerated my forearms.
Sick.
All right, let's see if I can get this whole thing out without it breaking. Oh, I can.
You're good.
There we go. Oh, that's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Now it smells like just eggs. Like I don't smell anything.
Right?
I don't.
Right?
What kind of mind games are you playing here?
I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. What's up?
I thought you were going to use that to cut your eggs up.
Dude, this is going to be like my fork. Yeah, I'm gonna put a big old slice of egg on the side of this. Slide it down my gullet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go put on an even baggier hoodie and some sweatpants and just rot for a while.
I've never heard you use the word rot before. He is comfy today. I don't know how much of him you guys got to see, but he is extremely comfy looking. And apparently he's going to get even comfier. Noah and I both agreed that once I was done doing this, I was not going to do anything for the rest of the day. And it's a Monday. You know, it's a day that you would expect. Jesus. I always complain about how this knife, no matter how much I sharpen it, just feels dull. It does. It just feels so dull. I'm going to sharpen the heck out of this before tomorrow's video to see if I can do something about it. But anyway, yeah, it's a Monday. So this is usually the day that you're supposed to get back into things. And whether or not you're having a quote-unquote case of the Mondays or not, you're supposed to prep for the rest of the week. Yeah, not either of us today. We got things to do. And by things to do, I mean nothing at all. Oh yeah, I made a big mistake. Turn the temp down because, you know, smoke point, Nathan. I'm going to turn this back up again. This is going to be a longer video today. We're spending a lot more time socializing, hanging out, and chatting, which I don't think you guys mind. You guys like the roommate banter, but frankly, we've been busy. We have things to do, things to discuss. We haven't really had time to just like socialize on camera, if that makes sense. So I appreciate him joining me today. Yeah, and his intro is good. I put him on the spot, by the way. I was very unkind to him, and just kind of threw that on him. And he could have said no and just made me re-record, but no, he was a good trooper and he contributed. That guy is a good egg, as we like to say. So we got ourselves some fresh onions. These are super crispy, they're hard to peel. Well, I might as well ask. I know we have some Canadian viewers. I know we have some people from Greece. Greece doesn't show up on the analytics on the YouTube page. I see like only about half of our viewers are from the United States. And a lot of people watch with subtitles. So where are you from? If you're still watching this far into the video, leave a comment and let us know where you're from, country. And I'll say hi to you. Yeah, I live in the Midwestern United States, live in Mountain Standard Time. And I've lived on the West Coast as well, and I've traveled all over the United States. So I've been to many places in the United States. And if I've been there, I don't mean like traveled and visited family for a couple of days or like went on a vacation or something somewhere like I do. I have traveled all over the United States for work. East Coast, Central, Mountain, West Coast. I do like the Mountain Standard Time. A lot windier here. A lot more windy here than on the West Coast, believe it or not. You would think the coast would be the most windy, but it was not. I've been to San Diego. San Diego is awesome. It is extremely windy, but it's also like 90 degrees every day. So 90-degree days and being really windy means it feels like 68, which makes it, I mean, frankly, temperature-wise, I haven't been in a better place than San Diego. It's pretty incredible. All right, let's see if we can get in here with our egg. I should have grabbed the bigger fork. I have like a salad fork or something. Eggs are good for you. Eat more eggs. All right, well, I have another question as well, another thing I'm curious about. I'm curious where our viewers are. And I've just noticed recently that we've had a massive influx of like viewers and subscribers. And a lot of them are from the OMAD community, the 1 meal a day community. I didn't even know that was a community until about a month and a half ago. Just by eating like this for the last few years. I'm curious what your go-to meals are. Now, some of you have already mentioned what you eat, and I really appreciate that. I think that's really cool. I see OMAD to be like mostly people that follow very closely with the carnivore diet. A lot of them eat a ton of eggs as well. Big cuts of meat and butter. Maybe a handful of cranberries or something like that. I have seen a couple of posts where people do have a good amount of carbs in their diet, where they're having rice, things like that. So like gym goers and stuff. But my impression is that that's not very common. Having a high amount of carbs while doing 1 meal a day isn't extremely common, at least for someone who's following that kind of diet. Awesome. And let's finish up our last egg. This egg looks kind of like over medium. And it's more on the over hard side of things than it is medium, but still it's a nice soft egg. I don't know why I was surprised that Noah hadn't had any of this chicken broth. We really don't share each other's food, ever. I will admit, Noah, I know you're watching this, I have occasionally taken like one of your onions when I ran out, or a couple of your eggs when I ran out, but I always replenished them when I went and got more the next day. But let's be honest, I know what an onion and an egg taste like. I make it and eat it every day. asking if he's ever had the chicken broth is a lot like if he asked me if I had like the yogurt in the fridge for him. I'd say, no, dude, that yogurt's yours. So we only share food when we go out to eat. And it's not really sharing the food. It's more so just we take turns getting the meal for each other. We don't do split checks. It's not a thing. I don't. We've known each other for quite a while now. I don't remember the last time we did like a split check for just like a casual meal that we had with each other. Alright, so we'll take the tips of these wings, take them off. There's just really no meat left there. Take off as much meat as we can here. Yeah, I had a commenter in the last video ask if I saved all of these bones for chicken stock. And yes, in fact I do, and I'm glad that you asked. So about once a week, I will take all of this, I'll make a good, nice, big chicken stock, and that is obviously the chicken stock that I'm eating and drinking, mostly drinking, at the beginning of all of our videos. So, and I really do like that chicken stock. If you're interested in figuring out how to make it on your own, I have some videos from past episodes of the One Meal channel. You don't have to look very far to find it. I have titles that aren't numbers talking about the chicken broth, but I've mentioned this just a couple of days ago. It's so easy. So easy. Put it in a pot, fill the pot up with water, boil it and season it the way that you want. You know, if you're saving it for another day, I'd say don't bother seasoning it. But if you're making it to drink like I am, oh yeah, season that bad boy up. You're going to want to. Having unseasoned chicken broth to drink is not the best experience. And I have experienced that. Would not recommend. So let's finish this up. I'm going to take all the meat off of this thigh. And then off this leg. We're going to keep all of the skin. Don't really care. The skin is awesome. Frankly, these knuckles are awesome as well. I throw them in so that the stock can, so they can contribute to the stock. But I have pulled them out afterwards, like after the stock was done, and eaten them. They get so soft and chewy. They're extremely, like this whole piece right here, extremely delicious. Not very fun to have when you're just trying to eat your meal. Gosh, and after over 140 episodes of the One Meal channel, I don't think I've ever had to use a bathroom more than I do now. I feel like I'm gonna piss myself. One cup of chicken broth will do to me. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll survive. All right, there we go. There we go. Let's put our chicken in here. Let's take a really good amount of chicken as well. I usually do the chicken, legs and thighs and wings all in one. And then a chicken breast the next meal and one after that. So each chicken will make me about 3 meals. But depending on what chicken I pick out from the store, His thighs, legs, and wings easily produce more meat than just the breasts themselves. Look at us. Look at us. Yeah, I think I found the perfect temperature now for the coconut oil also. Is, at least on my stove, is just under medium heat. And the coconut oil doesn't seem to like evaporate or absorb into anything that I cook it in. Like when I use butter, it'll absorb into everything. When I use bacon grease, it'll absorb into the potatoes really well. And obviously the smell is pretty substantial. Here, when I'm cooking this I can smell it cooking and boiling up. It's like I'm cooking all of the savory food, and then you smell the sweetness of the coconut. And again, I mentioned it before, it's quite off-putting. But once I transition it from pan to bowl and eat it, the coconut taste and smell completely goes away. And I liked that Noah commented on that. He's like, it just smells like normal eggs now. I was like, yeah, I don't know how that happens. We're going to let this heat up for a little bit. Like I said, this is going to be a longer episode than normal. So we did a little bit of socializing at the beginning of the video. Socializing. Okay. Yeah, as a gym guy, I see a lot of people, they'll make their chicken and rice, which looks like an awesome meal. I no wonder you'll make that every single day. But I don't know if there's a piece of Tupperware big enough for you guys to use to get all of the quantities that you're looking for. Sam Selleck, he's like I think he's a professional bodybuilder now, but he really was just, and I'm not saying this derogatorily, but I think he was just someone that used steroids and was really open about it, and then just worked his ass off really, really hard at the gym and filmed all of his progress every single day. So I stumbled across a couple of his videos, because I think he's like a student. He's a full-time student, worked out every single day, filmed himself, and like took steroids and was open about it, because his goal was to get just as big, as strong as possible. And he got like extremely popular, and I think now he's off steroids. Anyway, people who have followed him will correct me, and please do. I'm not trying to say any of this to be rude, but like seeing the type of food that he would eat in order to maintain his mass, and all the math and calculations that he did, because he's clearly a very smart guy, was incredible. And he would do the chicken and rice, but he would also, go to like, he would just eat the foods that would give him the calories that he needed in order to maintain his mass. So you think of somebody who's like 2.5 times my size of just muscle. I only need 2,000 calories a day, and this meal will just about give it to me. He's going to need like 30, he's going to need a lot more than that. And you imagine just how much you have to eat in order to maintain that. You got to go with some food items that are much more satiating than what I have in front of you right now. But no, that actually brings me back to something that someone commented on one of my last videos. Are these little Tupperware containers? These are 3-cup Pyrex containers. These are pretty nice. If you look them up online, they're actually not available anymore, and the reviews are mostly positive. The only negative reviews that I've seen is that some people aren't able to get a good seal on the outside. I've never had an issue with that. And the other thing is the glass in the middle cracks, much like you see right now. I don't keep food with a whole ton of liquid in it, and I just use this to put into my fridge, so I haven't had an issue. But these are great. If you are interested at all in getting these for yourself, I think, like I said, I think these were discontinued, but Pyrex as a brand is still something that I really like, and they're up on Amazon right now. So if you ever want to support the channel, that's probably the best way that you can do it, is by going on Amazon and clicking on one of those links. And basically anything that you get on Amazon after clicking that link, I get a little bit of credit for that. So that's pretty cool. I want to wait until, you know, we're nearing the end of our video to mention something like that, because only you guys that have stuck around for this long really even care to hear me mention something like that in the first place. But yeah, all of that info is down in the channel description, so consider checking it out. Now let's see, I am going to do 2 more things before we wrap up. I think I am going to turn these into burritos, but I'm probably just going to save most of this for a later date. With the, excuse me, that frog in my throat. With the 2 days a week that we work our graveyard job, I think that we'll continue doing the burritos, and it's resulted in me basically getting ahead, like a day ahead on my meals, if that makes sense. So what you're seeing today, yes, just a few hours ago, before saying this, I did make this food, but I probably didn't eat it. I probably ate yesterday's food, if that makes sense, because I'm working ahead on my meals. I'm doing like a 1 day prior meal prep. So I'll probably take this and put it into like a storage container, or I'll just leave it in the bowl. And then the next day I'll turn it into burritos, which you guys will watch tomorrow. No, I'm going to turn the temperature up just a little bit, since that egg is going to cool down our pan slightly. Make sure this is nice and mixed together. What I'll do is I'll just kind of leave it like this, let the bottom cook up nice and thoroughly, and then we'll flip it and have the other side cook up nice as well. So let's put all of this here, pop this out. I was dumb, I left the lid on after giving you my little explanation. Let's take the lid off again. Very nice. Very simply, take this, let's fill up our container. You'll probably have more success if you do it sideways like this. Ooh, that is hot. That is hot, my friends. Good. So 1 cup of dry rice turns out to just about 3 cups of cooked rice. Not bad. So let's take this, save it for tomorrow, my friends. This right here, some of our food right here. I think our eggs are done as well. Good, and I can hear a sizzle. That makes me think the base is cooked up well. Oh, and it is. You can see that golden yellow color. That's how you know we're good. Not so golden on that side, though. Might need a little bit more cooking. We'll give this some more time. Nice and relaxing day. Let's prepare for the end of all of our videos, the weighing, the most important parts. I think I've already topped up my food with soy sauce. We'll put that away. And then the hot sauce. If I'm not going to be eating this today, then I don't see the point in adding all the hot sauce to it yet. We'll add the hot sauce when we're ready for it. Right? We'll add the amount of hot sauce that we want to eat. Instead, let's take our mega bowls and see what we got going for us. So we'll zero this out, put on the finishing touches of our meal here. You guys have been waiting long enough. Yeah, and that's good. That is a good looking Nathan meal right there. Okay, let's turn the light off. And let's get ourselves ready to measure. Of course, measurements wouldn't be enough without us making a little bit of a mess. Let's see what we can do here. I trust myself. Do you trust me? Awesome. Awesome sauce. All right, take a guess. What do you think it is? Well, that can't be right. Those are ounces. Holy shoot. 2.92 pounds. That's massive, guys. That is massive. 2.92, almost 3 pounds. It's been a while since we've had nearly a 3-pound meal, especially without a tortilla wrapped around it. That's pretty incredible, guys. I think we might get to another 3-pound meal here in the near future. So, excellent. Well, hey, tomorrow it's going to be burritos. I appreciate all of you guys tuning in to watch. Thank you for socializing with me and Noah. Just as a reminder, yeah, I'm going to add a little bit longer description in each video now. And if any of those things down there are useful for you, I will know because Amazon will alert me. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.